Hey guys, welcome back to my saw channel. Today I'm doing a bit of a different format. I'm going to try an unboxing video. I ordered another wonky looking Lombard saw off of eBay for easy money. Just came today, so I figured we'd split the box open and see how it looks, give a brief overview, and see what it needs. So, in all of its glory, I've dealt with this seller before, and their packaging has been okay. Not the best, but as far as I'm concerned, it's been safe, and hopefully they lived up to my expectations yet again. It does use a lot of paper for its packaging material. In the box. This is a Lombard, another Lombard, 3.5D. And okay, right away. No, interesting. Right away, the seller suggested that the engine was locked up. That is not the case. I don't know if you guys can see it. This thing is a rust bucket and a half. But it's got that Fairbanks Morse starter on it. The starter cup on the flywheel does spin. The flywheel does spin. So, the starter mechanism itself is locked up tight. That's a relief. So, Lombard 3.5D, oh boy, serial number 3.5D 22656. This is another one where you go by the serial number to dictate what the saw is, and this is an actual 3.5D as the factory intended it, because it does have a Tillotson diaphragm carburetor. Apologize in advance for the crappy lighting in here. And the obligatory U-shaped handle. Okay, handle on the bottom has been smushed a little bit. But overall, cosmetically, aside from some missing paint and a whole lot of grit and grime and gore and guts, just kidding on those last two, not yet. This one, overall, appears complete. Stop switch does actuate. Sprocket looks pretty good. The engine does, you know, the gear case spins. Sounds okay. Might be worth pulling the gearbox just to see, but I am very happy that the flywheel does spin. Now, I can hear there's some gritty, grimy pine needles and all kinds of junk in there. But I want to say the bearing feels good, but a little too soon to tell. But got the, actually it's got a couple of bucking spikes on there. It's got Lombard's funky little looking one there. And then on the back, fastened to the drive case, there's another one. Okay, interesting. Let's see. Because this one, does this one have a tag on the... Yes, it does. This one has a tag on the starter shroud. And the serial number, saw serial number, 3.5D-22656, engine serial number 161300H95. But, once again, don't know if you guys can see it with the crappy lighting, this one has an engine tag that calls it a Model 316. Guys, this is not a 316. The 316 was a Woodlot Wizard, sometimes called Woodlot Wonder. It's that transitional thing. Gear drive like this. This is a gear drive. But it has, again, the 316 had the V-shaped handle and the float carb. This is a U-shaped diaphragm carb, Model 3.5D. Now, supposedly, supposedly the bar and chain also comes with it. And I see the bar. Bar looks like, tough to tell on these, but it looks like a 050 gauge bar. Thin rail, rusty, but straight overall. Nothing looks too worn out. Tip could use a little grinding down, but fraction of a millimeter. Not bad. Not bad at all. The chain isn't here. Haha! I was a little bit wary when they show the bar and chain with a picture. Now, excuse me, trivia time. Some 3.5Ds came with half pitch. Some 3.5Ds came with 3/8 pitch. You know, I am no archaeologist by any stretch. Where's my tape measure? Do I have a tape measure? Ah, damn it, where's my tape measure? Anyway, not important. This one sure looks to me like a 3/8 pitch chain, which is very encouraging to me because number 12. I don't know who makes this. I don't see any manufacturer stamp on there, but anyway, 3/8 pitch chain, as many of you guys know, is the standard still nowadays for homeowner saws and even some professional saws. And these chains are, I don't want to say a dime a dozen because they're about 25 or 30 bucks a piece at Frawley's. But these chains are still widely available because, again, they're the standard. So I am really happy about that. This one is pretty well rusted. Links are nice and, I don't say nice and seized. They're stiff. A couple of them could probably be whacked into submission with a hammer and some WD-40, but anyway, I'll see what it takes to clean these up. Really cool. Okay, so this one has, again, stack exhaust. No muffler, just a straight stack. This one is an open, oval kind of thing. Does not have the holes in the end at the cap that were dremeled out. This is just a straight, wide open stack. You can see, the lighting is kind of garbage, but very, very grimy and nasty and gross on the inside of the cylinder fins. Really, this whole saw needs a good bath and, let's be honest, probably an enema inside the crankcase. I know I'm going to need to flush out the fuel system, probably install a carb kit. It's going to be some kind of Tillotson diaphragm carb. I want to say an H12A. Doesn't look like an HP. I don't think it has all the goofy pumps and stuff on it, but I could be wrong. I'll be sure to do another video when I get a little further into this one, but Lombard 3.5D, actually a real bona fide 3.5D, doesn't appear to be a Frankensaw. This seems like a legit 3.5D from, oh god, 53, 54, somewhere in there. Inside of the tank, a little bit of grit in there, a little bit of pasty crap, but overall not too bad. I'll probably just slosh some washers and nuts around in there. Not sure what to make of the fuel cap. It's got a little screen inside there. I know you can't see it. But no visible check valve. Let's see, maybe is it just under a layer of crap? I don't know, guys. I don't see a check valve on the top of this cap. I don't see any check hole or anything on the bottom or on the side. Just seems to be a screen that goes to nowhere. But anyway, we'll get that sorted out. If it's factory intent, gotta work, right? Spark plug wire feels intact. Yeah, for a plug, Champion something. Champion J8. I'll have to find a replacement that's compatible with that. probably just get another J8 plug if they're still available. I'm sure they are. Okay, interesting here. There is, I gotta consult the IPL on this. There's some kind of hosiery, emanating out of the fuel tank and going toward, I don't know if that's toward the crankcase or toward the oiler mechanism. That's a weird one. There's a T on there. One of those splits off and comes to the tank. One of them looks like it goes to the oiler, somewhere thereabouts. And the other one dives under the engine. Oh, there it is. On the bottom of the crankcase. I don't know if you guys can see that. There's a little crank, yeah, there it is, a little crankcase elbow. That, I think, is going to take some pressure from the crankcase and send it to the tank and to the oiler. Again, I have to consult the IPL because I could just be totally talking out of my butt here. Tends to happen when I get a new saw that I'm excited about, or in this case, an old saw I'm excited about. So, all right, well, just wanted to do a brief little unboxing video and let you guys know that this is the next project I'll be working on. A bona fide Lombard 3.5D. So, not sure what else to say. Again, very happy the engine spins. Wow, I was not expecting that. I was expecting a seized carcass. The seller told me that the engine appears stuck. And, you know, you can go multiple ways with that. 6 times out of 10, I know it's been more than that, the starter mechanism itself is what stuck. And sure enough, I don't know if this thing had rainwater in it or what the heck is going on, but whoo, baby, that thing is locked up tight. But, okay. Very happy with this one. I'll clean it up, give it a bath, dive into it a little more, and look forward to another video sometime fairly soon, maybe even this weekend. We'll see. Got a busy weekend ahead of me. I'm going to visit some friends and try to stay out of trouble. I won't misbehave too much, but, you know, what are good friends for if you can't get into a little trouble? Just kidding. Okay. That's it for now, guys. I'll catch you in the next video. Take care. Happy Friday. And until next time.